This was such an exciting project to finish. I'm so excited. I converted a very small space that tucks underneath our stairs to hold games and puzzles and some of the office supplies we use downstairs. And then the exciting part for me was I was able to transform a wall so that it would hold all of my audio and video equipment that I use to record with, as well as I'm able to charge my electronics in there. So now everything is all in the same place, whether it's charging or just being stored for the next time it's needed. So if you want to create an electronics command center or somewhere to store this type of equipment, definitely stay tuned because this is a very easy and inexpensive project. Here I'm installing the actual pegboard, which I did in a prior video just to get the pegboard up. Now I'm going to start to fill up the pegboard. For organization projects, I always recommend that you wait to buy product until after you've gotten everything out you want to organize, you've sorted them, and you have a good idea for the space it's going to be stored in, so you don't buy organization product that you're not going to use or doesn't really suit your needs. I broke that rule with this project. I did buy stuff from Amazon. I got a variety of different things, and it's going to be fun to go through and try to figure out how I want to organize this. So I broke that rule this time, but only this time. Now here's all the equipment that I want to organize on the wall. I have most of my stuff. There's a couple things that I have loaned out, but I'll make sure and save space for them. Now let's get started. I'm going to first pull out everything that's on the wall right now and find a new home for them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to group like items together, and I have a focus on making sure I get all of the items that need to be charged on a regular basis in one area, and then everything else just organized like for like. This stand is really heavy. It's made so it doesn't fall over, so I'm not even going to try to put this on the wall. I'm going to tuck it away in this corner. I decided to change direction and use a USB charger versus a standard plug-in because all of my devices just have a cable that hooks into USB. So this is going to work out nice, and I can take the other ones back. Of all the product that I ordered, these baskets and these little shelves are perfect, and I think they're going to work really well for the area where I'm going to be charging my equipment on a regular basis. I want to make sure that it's easy to get the items in and out, including the cables, because if I'm traveling, I want to be able to pull them out. So I don't want to make it so that it's too hard to get the cables out and go crazy with tie wrapping and making everything look super pretty but not be functional. So I'm trying to find a happy balance with all that. When doing a project like this, there's a lot of fitting and, moving things around and trying to adjust things. So be patient and make sure you allow enough time to do that so you can get things just right. I actually really enjoyed this type of project. This has definitely been a fun project so far. So I'm approaching this by putting a shelf for each item that I need to charge, and it'll be able to sit on the shelf. They won't fall off, and then I'll be able to plug them in and run the cable to the extension cord. I think this should work good. I have a couple devices that are kind of bulky and have things that attach, so I'm going to use the baskets for those. That's like for my gimbal. And I have a camera stand that has a remote that has to be charged, so those two things will go in the two baskets on the bottom. I will admit that I often obsess about cables and I want cables to be perfect, but I'm really trying to resist that with this project because if I go crazy with the cord management, then it'll be too hard to get the cables in and out when I travel, or like I said, if I want to loan the equipment or do something like that. So I'm going to try to wrap the cables and try to keep it neat without going overboard. So let's see how I do. Okay, so far so good. The cables are managed, they're tucked away, they're not sticking out, but yet they'll be easy to remove. And I have one shelf here for another charger that I have that I lent out to somebody. So I'll put that one there when it comes back. Here's one of my cameras, and then I have an empty shelf for my battery charger for my cameras, which I've misplaced and I need to find. So I'm done with all the electrical stuff. Now on to all the rest of the storage. So here's all of my tripods and some of the adapters, and most of these I think I'm going to store either in baskets if they're small enough or hang on the wall. And then my large one that I use for most of my filming, I'm just going to set in the corner because I don't want to try to hang it on this peg wall. So I think that should work good. I have various lights that I use. This ring light is really large and I'm so excited it's going to be actually tucked away into this closet. So it has several components. It has the actual lights themselves, which is the ring, and then it has like a tripod type stand, and then it also has a power charger. So I'm going to try to get all of those and keep them together. So far, these baskets are really a hit for me. They work so nicely and I can move them around however I want. So thumbs up so far for the baskets and the little mini shelves. These little peg hooks have been useful for hanging tripods and my extra mic stand, so these are also helpful. I didn't fill up all the space. I have plenty of room to grow, and I'm sure I will come across some more equipment that I can put down here, but my goal of making this an area where everything will be all together. It'll be grab and go, easy to take whatever I need for whatever project I'm working on, and just have a peace of mind that everything's where it needs to be really helps. Now, one thing I could do is label all of the different locations for things, but because I'm the only one that should be utilizing this stuff, I'm not going to do that. But that is a nice add that you could do if you're working in a shared space. You could label where each thing is, and that would probably look really nice and be functional. I hope that you're inspired to maybe tackle a project like this. This pegboard stuff is easy to put up. It's easy to organize and move things around. So you could use it for so many different types of projects. Arts and crafts storage, jewelry, obviously tools in a garage. The audio video equipment works great. So I hope you're inspired to tackle your own project like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.